All right, guys, so I have cleaned things up a little bit. I've removed as much of the fibrous pericardium as I can so that we can better see the actual heart structure and the lungs to either side of that. Now, the lungs in the pig, and this is true for rodents as well, is they're a lot different. There are different amounts of lobes, and their organization around the heart is slightly different as well. So don't expect to see 3 lobes on the right lung and 2 lobes on the left lung. In fact, if we look under the apex of the heart, which is right here, if we lift this up a little bit, there's a structure down here that's attached to the lungs. That's very likely part of the right lung that wraps around the posterior aspect of the inferior vena cava, and it actually hangs out in front of it. It looks like it's actually coming from the left lung. Regardless, we don't care about it, so we're going to kind of push it out of the way a little bit. And if I do that, what I can see is this very large structure kind of attached to the backside of the heart. This is my inferior vena cava. So if you start here at the diaphragm, you can follow it all the way up. There's a nice little nerve running right beside that. That's either the vagus or the phrenic. And you can see it just going right into the back of the heart. We know where the inferior vena cava goes, so that's going to take us right to the right atrium. Now, if I pull this heart down a little bit, I can actually see very nicely now the auricle of the right atrium, and over here is the auricle of the left atrium. We know this is the left ventricle and the right ventricle, so this artery traveling right down the middle is the left anterior descending artery. And if I follow my right ventricle up and around, what it will take me to is the pulmonary trunk. So as I follow this all the way up and about, you can't see it very well here, but if you look around and you push that fibrous capsule away, you can try to dissect it. Now, what I need to do is remove the rest of the sternum and try to dissect out some of the vessels that are above the heart. So I'm actually going to come at this from a more rostral approach. So I'm going to hold on to this, and I'm going to come and kind of start snipping this away very gently and start separating that bit of bone. And there's still some rib stuff in this region. Rib bones. You wouldn't know I teach anatomy. Okay, and I'm just going to be very careful as I'm doing this to try and avoid snipping large vessel structures. So as we go forward with this, as I remove something, I'm just going to set it to the side. I'm just going to try to get these out of the way as best I can, as I said, without really going too bonkers. Again, if you snip some blood vessels, it's really not a big deal. I am definitely not looking for perfect dissections here. In fact, I can't even do a perfect dissection. I've been doing this for quite a while. So what I just did there was I snipped off probably the first, what is that? Nope, that was the second rib. The first rib was right beside it. Okay, so this is just a little muscle tissue and fascial tissue.